If you find yourself with a board that looks something like this and you have an S piece coming up, you may find yourself thinking, oh, I would love to just have an S piece right there. That would be so perfect. It would solve all of my problems. But gosh darn it, I'm at a really high speed. Maybe I'm even at 20G. There's just no way to get that tuck over. Because if I try, well, okay, let's try. Nope, that didn't work, rotating it before. Let's try rotating it after. Oh, well, now I can't get it over, and if I rotate, I'm just in the same situation. How can I get around this? The answer is synchros. Synchros are what happens when you press the rotate and movement button on the same exact frame. So let me try and actually see if I can show you. There we go. That is a 1 frame input, pressing rotate and move on the exact same frame, 1/60th of a second. I just got that first try, but that is not particularly consistent. So, how can we make this more consistent? The answer is using DAS to help with the synchro. DAS in Tetris The Grand Master is 60 Hz, which means that the pieces are moving 1 tile per frame while you're holding DAS. And while there's no visual indicator of this, DAS is still happening while you're pressed up against a wall. So it's still attempting to move left every single frame in this situation. And that is true even down here. Now, because it's trying to move left, if I press rotate, then it will do the synchro. It will do the movement operation and the rotation operation before it does the fall operation. And therefore, it's able to get over into this hole without falling down. And this is much cleaner than literally anything else you could do in this situation. This situation can be made relevant for the L piece as well. On the opposite side, it can also be made relevant for the J piece, and of course the Z piece. Now, the O piece doesn't rotate, so it obviously doesn't have any synchro shenanigans, but there is something that we can do with the I piece. With the I piece, typically if you're in the situation, like maybe you tap it over and you just get stuck, or maybe you try IRS and it gets stuck. But if instead we hold it over to the left, and then we, in this case, it's pretty easy because you are already holding left, so you don't need to wait for the synchro to charge again. But the point is, by holding left and then rotating, it will get itself over that little jagged edge, and it won't get stuck in the pit. Instead, it will get over all the way to the left side, and in this situation, you score a Tetris. Just to help you visualize, I am going to try and do a manual synchro, and there we go. That is what's happening in 1 frame. It is moving over and rotating, and then it drops, so it gets onto the top of the nub, and then on the next frame it moves over left again, and then you get your Tetris. While DAS does make synchros more consistent than trying to do frame-perfect manual synchros, I do want to note that for S, Z, L, and J synchros, like the ones that I've shown here, you are going to need to charge DAS fresh when you change from moving the piece left to holding right, or vice versa. In TGM 1, DAS takes 16 frames to charge, and lock delay is 30 frames, meaning you have a 14-frame window to hit those. In TGM 2, it's 9 to 20 frames, depending on the level, and in TGM 3, it's 7 to 20 frames, depending on the level.